some ideas for you about a good size of plants for overwintering, like garlic. So these went in a little bit later, late October, those went in early October, but these should all survive the winter. And in fact, there's some that are poking around on top of the soil there, you can see, and that's okay as well. I found generally that planting shallow is a bit better than planting too deep with garlic. Well, these went in quite a bit earlier. That's collards that we're picking leaves off through winter. Really great winter greens. And up here we have more broad beans, which are looking really perfect. These is great size to overwinter broad beans. You don't want them much bigger than that at this stage. In my experience, not everyone agrees with this, but I find if they get too tall, the frost gets in that stem and it goes black. And you can see some broad beans there as well that went in between lettuce, so that was a nice overlap where, not waiting for lettuce to finish, just pop the broad beans in. They could do with some mulch now. Well, here is something that has not worked, and it's not to do with timing for once. It's the seed I saved. I think there can't have been enough spinach seeds for cross-pollination. It's not strong. Look at the holes. But the idea was, I was hoping to get nice early spinach either side of the asparagus before the asparagus grows in the spring. So that could be improved next year. Here we have spring cabbage, which is spring hero in fact. And because of the mild autumn we've had, they are bigger than I would have liked to overwinter. If they get too big during the winter, then the frost can get in them. But they could be right, or should be really. Whereas these are not going to be. Its leaf miner looks as though it's got through the net or mesh under it somehow. And you can see that all that damage to the onions, that is Allium leaf miner, horrible pest. Here the kale is looking good for winter, and we haven't had to cover it yet against pigeons, so I'm happy about that. This is mustard, which has been nicely killed by frost, which is the idea. And then at some point in, say, February, we rake off the surface debris. And finally, we have 2 beds of spinach, which again shows that contrast, the homesaved seed not good, and some seed I bought, which is good, and we've been picking that, and it's really bountiful.